All right, well, DeepTempo was among the finalists in the 2025 Snowflake Startup Challenge, and its CEO, Evan Powell, told me how it's using large language models to protect against cyber threats. Let's take a look at that video, too.
Well, today, unfortunately, attackers, they're using AI themselves. And what they're doing is they're avoiding traditional defenses, so-called signature-based detections. With the log LM that we built from the ground up, we're able to see these attackers. It's really nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And then we translate what we see back into the speak that a security team would understand. So it looks like they're doing this. It looks like they've obtained access here. They're moving here. They're trying to beacon out there. So it's really giving you the visibility you need, even as attackers are innovating and making somewhat less useful today's defenses.
What inspired you to enter this competition?
We have a great relationship with Snowflake. We happen to be headquartered down the road from them. And we've always really appreciated the importance of a first-class data cloud, data and AI cloud, as you said. And what we saw is we're starting to see enterprises like Bank of New York and others embrace Snowflake, not just for customer analytics or traditional use cases, which is great, but for security data. So that really is a big unlock for the customer, but it's also an unlock for us as a startup, because now we can run in that data lake. You don't have to ship your data to some new startup. You trust Snowflake, trust the brain, our brain, DeepTempo, in that environment, and we can make sense out of it for you. So it's just really a perfect fit given where Snowflake was headed.
Yes, and of course, with this win in your pocket, what are your company's strategies and goals ahead?
Well, we are a startup. We're growing quite quickly. This is startup number 5 or 6 for me, depending. And we're at that moment where we're putting more money to work. We're growing the team tremendously. But maybe most importantly for customers is we're moving proactively to be able to even predict attacks. So yes, we can see them when it happens, but where we're headed is the ability to actually predict them using your threat intel, your feeds from your vendors, and actually able to suggest actions that you can take before you get attacked. So that's where we're headed as a technology and as a company.
Preventative. I like that, right? That's so important these days. In terms of the startup challenge, how is that influencing your journey forward with this company?
Well, it's been great. The startup challenge, of course, got us more visibility. It also taught us, I think, or Snowflake helped us to tell our story better. Opportunities like this as an example. So that's been enormously helpful. The other piece is, Snowflake has, 11,000, 12,000 plus accounts. So how are you going to actually become aware? How are they going to become aware of you? Well, being one of the vendors, startups that Snowflake selects as a top one, helps us at least get in the door all over the place, including large enterprise, which is our primary type of customer.
The competition is behind you. You came out successful.
Right.
What advice would you give to people entering the competition next year?
Well, this is a little broader. As a startup, bet on second order effects. The obvious effect of, okay, there's going to be more GPUs, they're going to be cheaper, I can do AI. That's sort of obvious. But what are the second order? Are there use cases that were not possible that are now possible because of Snowflake, because of the other things in your environment? So take that crystal ball out and really use it to work backwards from what the world will look like in 2 to 3 years. That's how you become sort of the hot thing. You become an overnight success with years of work ahead of time.
How does DeepTempo's technology align with the future of data centers?
We all know there's data centers and then there's data centers, all right? So there are data centers now being built the size of, or that literally take more power than a typical city. A gigawatt is roughly 750,000 homes. So these are big data centers. We do use AI, deep learning in particular, so we leverage the heck out of those. But maybe more importantly, it's the data lake and the additional AI primitives Snowflake is building in that we really leverage. So that's part of our vision, is how do you tie all of the intelligence together, make it predictive, but also make it learn ongoing more and more rapidly.
What does it mean to be here on the trading floor today, celebrating your win as a Snowflake Startup Challenge finalist?
Well, it's exciting. We happen to have also partnered with the Bank of New York, our first design partner, which incidentally was the first stock ever traded here on the New York Stock Exchange. So it's amazing. It's, I don't know, some sort of sign of I guess, American or just capitalism that a little startup like us can partner with New York Stock Exchange, Snowflake, and Bank of New York. The reinvention is really palpable. You see it around here. So it's a real honor. It's a pleasure.
And thanks again to DeepTempo CEO Evan Powell for that interview earlier this year. Well, up next, today is Giving Tuesday, and one company in particular explains how